Hello students, welcome to the lecture on Principles of Quality Management, and after this lecture we will be able to learn the following objectives. Explain the principles of total quality management. Define historical review of quality management. Discuss quality movement. Understand the contributions of quality gurus. Let's start with the introduction. The international standard defines a quality system as the organizational structure, procedures, processes, and resources needed to implement quality management. The driving principle is commonly accepted as customer or service user satisfaction. Quality is not something that occurs as an independent activity. It needs to be designed into all elements and functions of the organization and then systematically controlled. A quality management system, therefore, recognizes the interrelatedness of the key components of people, process, and people in contributing to quality. Customer or service user satisfaction comes from providers knowing what service users want and developing systems and processes to incorporate responses to individual needs. Let us discuss principles of total quality management. The philosophies of Deming, Juran, and Corsby addressed management deficiencies of the times and laid the foundation for the principles of modern quality management that have transcended time. Total quality (TQ) is a people-focused management system that aims at continual increase in customer satisfaction at continually lower real cost. The TQ is a total system approach, not a separate area or program, and an integral part of high-level strategy. It works horizontally across functions and departments, involves all employees top to bottom, and extends backward and forward to include the supply chain and the customer chain. The TQ stresses learning and adaptation to continual change as keys to organizational success.
ISO have recognized and described 8 key principles of operation, and these are described in both the ISO 9000 and 9004 standards and need to be adopted for all organizations operating quality management systems under these standards. These 8 quality management principles form the basis for the quality management system standards within the ISO 9000 series. Customer focus. All organisations depend on their customers, and therefore they should understand the customer needs and expectations. To do this, they should plan to meet these needs and also try to exceed expectations in both the current needs and the future needs and expectations. This is within the clauses of ISO 9001 for the direction of the quality system, the policy, objectives, planning, production, awareness and service provision, monitoring of customer satisfaction and continual improvement. Also in the standard, it has its own clause for customer focus. Leadership. A quality policy needs to be established by top management and give objectives to give direction and purpose to the organisation. These objectives should create an environment where staff can become involved in achieving objectives, and these should be driven by top management and involve everybody within the organisation. Involvement of people. This all starts with communications with the customer and transmittal of this information to all concerned in order to meet the customer's requirements. People in the organisation at all levels need to be involved in meeting the customer needs, and their full involvement enables their abilities to be used for the benefit of the organisation themselves, the fellow worker and the customer. Any communication between parties involved should be written down, and production of service processes should be conducted in accordance with these written instructions. Process approach to management. The desired result is achieved more effectively if activities and related resources are managed as a process. This process approach should focus on controls on the inputs into the process and the prevention of non-conformity. This is the system approach to management. The supplier of the products and service should plan how they're going to meet the customer's requirements. These plans should cover all activities relating to quality, from initial customer contacts to delivery and monitoring customer satisfaction. Identifying, understanding and managing all these interrelated processes as a system contribute to effectiveness and efficiency in achieving your business objectives. Controls over the links and interfaces of the processes involved are essential to good management. Continual improvement. This should be the aim of everyone in the organisation, as no one and no system are ever perfect. We must learn from errors and problems that arise and continually improve our systems. We should adopt preventative measures such as training and audits to preempt any problems that may arise. Continual improvement of the overall performance of the company should be a permanent objective of the organisation. Factual approach to decision making. Effective decisions are based on the analysis of data and information. Information and data gathering systems with how these are going to be communicated should be established under a quality management system. Information should be gathered in an unbiased and, wherever possible, an independent means. From these, clear communication routes are essential. Mutually beneficial supplier relationships. Suppliers and customers depend on each other, and the mutually beneficial relationship will result in benefits to all parties, and these can be improved quality, financial returns, better consistency and stability. These relationships start with clear communications and are built on consistency of purpose and trust.
The policy of TQ involves some very basic management concepts: customer and stakeholder focus, process orientation, continuous improvement and learning, empowerment and teamwork, management by fact, visionary leadership that views TQ as a strategic organizational asset. Customer and stakeholder focuses. The customer is the judge of quality. Understanding customer needs, both current and future, and keeping pace with changing markets requires effective strategies for listening to and learning from customers, measuring their satisfaction relative to competitors, and building relationships. Customer needs. Particularly, differences among key customer groups must be linked closely to an organization's strategic planning, product design, process improvement, and workforce training activities. Process orientation. The traditional way of viewing an organization is by surveying the vertical dimension by keeping an eye on an organization chart. However, work gets done or fails to get done horizontally or cross-functionally, not hierarchically. One can no longer view an enterprise as a collection of separate, highly specialized individual performers and units loosely linked by a functional hierarchy. A process is a sequence of activities that is intended to achieve some result. According to AT and T, a process is how work creates value for customers. Continuous improvement and learning. In TQ, the environment in which the enterprise interacts is changing constantly. If the enterprise continues to do what it has done in the past, its future performance relative to the competition will deteriorate. Management's job, therefore, is to provide the leadership for continual improvement and innovation in processes and systems, products and services. Improvements may be of several types. Enhancing value to the customer through new and improved products and services. Improving productivity and operational performance through better work processes and reductions in errors, defects and waste. Improving flexibility, responsiveness and cycle time performance, and improving organizational management processes through learning. Improving products and services. Careful research is required to determine the needs of customers, and those needs must be reflected in the design of products and services. A Japanese professor, Noriaki Kano, suggests that 3 classes of customer needs exist. Dissatisfiers. Those needs that are expected in a product or service, such as a radio, heater, and required safety features in an automobile. Satisfiers. It needs that customers say they want, such as air conditioning or a compact disc player in a car. Fulfilling these needs creates satisfaction. Delighters, exciters, innovative features that customers do not expect. When first introduced, anti-lock brakes and airbags were examples of exciters. Improving work processes. Quality excellence derives from well-designed and well-executed work processes and administrative systems that stress prevention. Improving flexibility, responsiveness, and cycle time. Success in globally competitive markets requires a capacity for rapid change and flexibility. Electronic commerce, for instance, requires more rapid, flexible, and customized responses than traditional market outlets. Flexibility refers to the ability to adapt quickly and effectively to changing requirements. Learning. Learning refers to understanding why changes are successful through feedback between practices and results and leads to new goals and approaches. A learning cycle has 4 stages: planning, execution of plans, assessment of progress, and revision of plans based on assessment findings. Empowerment and teamwork. Empowerment simply means giving people authority to make decisions based on what they feel is right, have control over their work, take risks and learn from their mistakes, and promote change. In TQ, formal and informal mechanisms encourage and facilitate teamwork and team development across the entire enterprise. Competitive behavior, one person against another or one group against another, is not a natural state in TQ. The TQ reward systems recognize individual as well as team contributions and reinforce cooperation. The areas for teamwork and collaboration are broad, particularly in education, training, and meaningful involvement of employees in true improvement of processes that they affect and that affect their work. Teamwork can be viewed in three ways. Vertical, teamwork between top management and lower level employees. Horizontal, teamwork within work groups and across functional lines, often called cross-functional teams. Inter-organizational partnerships with suppliers and customers. Vertical teamwork. Everyone must participate in quality improvement efforts. The person in any organization who best understands his or her job and how it can be improved is the one performing it. Vertical teamwork is the sharing of responsibility among organizational levels through empowerment. Horizontal teamwork. Problem solving and process improvements are best performed by cross-functional work teams. Inter-organizational partnerships. Partnerships must be created both internally and externally. Partnerships might include those that promote labor management, cooperation such as agreements with unions that entail employee development, cross-training, or new work organizations. Management by fact organizations need good performance measures for three reasons. To lead the entire organization in a particular direction, that is, to derive strategies and organizational change. To manage the resources needed to travel in this direction by evaluating the effectiveness of action plans, and to operate the processes that makes the organization work and continuously improves. Data and information support analysis at all organization levels. The types of information and how it is disseminated and aligned with organizational levels are equally vital to success. A company should select performance measures and indicators that best represent the factors that lead to improved customer, operational, and financial performance. These typically include customer satisfaction, product and service performance, market assessments, competitive comparisons, supplier performance, employee performance, cost and financial performance. Visionary leadership and strategic orientation. Leadership for quality is the responsibility of top management. Senior leadership must set directions, create a customer orientation, clear quality values, and high expectations that address the needs of all stakeholders and build them into the way the company operates. Senior leaders need to commit to the development of the entire workforce and should encourage participation, learning, innovation, and creativity throughout the organization. Reinforcement of the values and expectations requires the substantial personal commitment and involvement of senior management. Let us now discuss the historical review of quality management. The roots of quality management can be traced to early 1920s production quality control ideas, and notably the concepts developed in Japan beginning in the late 1940s and 1950s, pioneered thereby Americans Feigenbaum, Juran and Deming. The history of quality management from mere inspection to total quality management and its modern branded interpretations such as Six Sigma has led to the development of essential processes, ideas, theories and tools that are central to organizational development, change management and the performance improvements that are generally desired for individuals, teams and organizations. Quality management gurus and theories. Quality management resulted mainly from the work of the quality gurus and their theories. The American gurus featured in the 1950s Japan, Joseph Juran, W. Edwards Deming and Armand Feigenbaum. The Japanese quality gurus who developed and extended the early American quality ideas and models. Kaoru Ishikawa, Genichi Taguchi and Chigio Jingo. Total Quality Management TQM. Total Quality Management features centrally the customer-supplier interfaces, external and internal customers and suppliers. A number of processes sit at each interface. Quality process. Improvement tools and techniques. A wide range of tools and techniques is used for identifying, measuring, prioritizing and improving processes which are critical to quality. Again, these ideas and methods feature predominantly in modern interpretations of total quality management methodology such as Six Sigma. These process improvement tools and techniques include drive, define, review, identify, verify, execute, process mapping, flow charting, force field analysis, cause and effect, brainstorming, Pareto analysis, statistical process control SPC, control charts, bar charts, dot plot and tally charts, check sheets, scatter diagrams, matrix analysis, histograms. Developing people and teams. People are a fundamental component within any successfully developing organization. Let us now talk about the quality movement in India. The past couple of years have truly been years of excitement, action and achievement. Quality is no more a buzzword, more so in the service sector, which is fast assuming a dominating role in the national economy. The history of the quality movement in India can be traced back to the 60s when the public sector, led by the Department of Space, Atomic Energy and later followed by BHEL and SAIL, initiated formal quality measures. Quality movement is better understood and practiced by the Indian companies than in any other parts of the world, said People CMM principal and architect and TerraQuest Metrics chief scientist Bill Curtis while delivering the keynote address at the 10th Quality Summit organized by the CII Institute of Quality. Contributions of W. Edwards Deming. He is often referred to as the father of quality control. He was a statistics professor at New York University in the 1940s. After World War II, he assisted many Japanese companies in improving quality. The Japanese regarded him so highly that in 1951 they established the Deming Prize, an annual award given to firms that demonstrate outstanding quality. It was almost 30 years later that American businesses began adopting Deming's philosophy. A number of elements of Deming's philosophy depart from traditional notions of quality. The first is the role management should play in a company's quality improvement effort. Dr. W. Edwards, Deming's principles support the global success of Toyota and other world-renowned organizations such as Procter & Gamble, Ritz-Carlton, Harley & Davidson, and many other leading organizations. His teachings have helped these giants taking a quantum leap in terms of quality and productivity.
Joseph Juran made many contributions to the field of quality management. He is recognized as the person who added the human dimension to quality, broadening it from its statistical origins to what we now call total quality management. His book, The Quality Control Handbook, is a classic reference for quality engineers. The Union of Japanese Scientists and Engineers invited Dr. Juran to Japan to teach them the principles of quality management. Juran's belief that quality does not happen by accident gave rise to the Quality Trilogy. According to Juran, quality planning is the process of understanding what the customer needs and designing a system that is able to meet those needs reliably. Quality control is used to constantly monitor performance for compliance with the original design standards. If performance falls short of the standard, plans are put into action to deal quickly with the problem. Quality control puts the system back into a state of control. Quality improvement occurs when new previously unobtained levels of performance are achieved.
Contribution of Joseph M. Juran. Joseph M. Juran has led a life of success and accomplishments. Using his intelligence and dedication, Juran changed himself from a poor Romanian immigrant into a world-renowned quality control expert. He has had a varied, successful career as an engineer, as a writer, as an educator, and as a consultant. Juran has been called the father of quality, a quality guru, and the man who taught quality to the Japanese. Education. During his youth, Joseph excelled at learning. Joseph was so far ahead of the average students that he eventually skipped the equivalent of 4 grade levels. Joseph's desire for excellence and education allowed him to become the first person from his family to pursue a higher education. Professional career. Joseph started his professional career soon after he graduated from the University of Minnesota. In 1924, he started working with Western Electric. Awards and honors. Nearly 30 years after Juran visited Japan, Emperor Hirohito recognized Juran's contribution to the development of Japan's quality control and the facilitation of a US and Japanese friendship. Juran's definitions of quality. In Juran's Quality Control Handbook, he states that the word quality has 2 different meanings that are spelled the same way. Juran's 2 definitions of quality. Quality means those features of products which meet customer needs and thereby provide customer satisfaction. In this sense, the meaning of quality is oriented to income. Quality means freedom from deficiencies, freedom from errors that require doing work over again or that results in field failures, customer dissatisfaction, customer claims, and so on. In this sense, the meaning of quality is oriented to costs, and higher quality usually costs less. Making quality happen. Juran believed that turning company goals into results or making results happen is done through managerial processes. When a company's goal is quality, they need managerial processes that focus on quality. Contribution of Philip B. Corsby. Philip B. Corsby is another recognized guru in the area of TQM. Philip Bayard Corsby was born on June 18, 1926 in Wheeling, West Virginia. He attended public schools in Wheeling, Graduating from Tri-Adelphia High School in 1944, he joined the Navy and became a hospital corpsman. In the fall of 1946, Mr. Coresby entered the Ohio College of Podiatric Medicine in Cleveland. After graduating, he returned to Wheeling and practiced podiatry with his father. He soon discovered this was not his field. He was recalled to military service during the Korean conflict. This time, he served as a Marine medical corpsman. Coresby's solution to the quality crisis was to develop and promote the principle of doing it right the first time, DRIFT. He dissected this into 4 major principles. Quality is conformance to requirements. The management system is prevention. The performance standard is 0 defects. The measurement system is the cost of quality. Contribution of Masaki Imai. Masaki Imai is the founder and president of Kaizen Institute through the word Kaizen. Kaizen refers to continuous or ongoing improvement in Japanese, is an inseparable aspect of total quality management. Is required in all activities of the organization. Kaizen has to basically do with small, step-by-step continuous improvement. Smaller and continuous improvements are more realizable, predictable, controllable, and acceptable. Kaizen philosophy believes that people at all levels, including the lowermost levels in the organizational hierarchy, can contribute to improvements possible because Kaizen asks for only small improvements. To survive in an increasingly competitive world, top management must adopt a just-in-time approach and drive change down the hierarchy without yielding to resistance. The key ideas associated with JIT were developed at the Toyota Motor Company under the leadership of founder E.I.J.I. Toyoda, whose father had founded the successful Toyota Spinning and Weaving Company. JIT is the management philosophy that strives to eliminate sources of manufacturing waste, producing the right part in the right place at the right time. Elements of JIT. The elements of JIT are as follows. Stabilize and level the MPS with uniform plant loading, create a uniform load on all work centers through constant daily production and mixed model assembly. Reduce or eliminate setup times. Reduce lot sizes. Reducing setup times allows economic production of smaller lots. Close cooperation with suppliers is necessary to achieve reduction. Reduce lead times. Preventive maintenance. Flexible workforce. Require supplier quality assurance and implement a 0 defect quality program. Small lots, single unit, convenience. Now in the end, let us summarize what we have learnt in this lecture. A focus on quality as a driver of strategic business planning is characteristic of TQ organizations. In others, we usually see an emphasis on finance and marketing. The ultimate goal is to train all the staff and give them the tools for quality improvement to apply the basic precept of prevention management in every area. The principles Coresby conveys on 0 defects are not unlike the focus on the modern Six Sigma movement. Quality means those features of products which meet customer needs and thereby provide customer satisfaction. Quality means freedom from deficiencies, freedom from errors that require doing work over again, rework, or that results in the field failures, customer dissatisfaction, customer claims, and so on. Deming pointed out that only 15% of quality problems are actually due to worker error. The remaining 85% are caused by processes and systems, including poor management.